Hey everybody, welcome to my third and final journal. I've recently managed to get my hands on a new 3DS and I'm totally in love with it. But the great thing about the 3DS is you can play Nintendo DS games on it as well. Now I haven't had a handheld system in a while, so I'm kind of behind on a lot of the games. So there were a ton of games that I wanted to play. And the one game that I wanted to get at first was Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. The game is part of the awesome Mario and Luigi RPG series, which I love, which is kind of a spin-off of Super Mario RPG, which is my favorite game of all time on Super Nintendo. I love these games. They're really funny, and for RPGs, they're super easy to play and understand. And they're not as intimidating as most other RPGs like Final Fantasy and things like that. The game's plot involves Mario and Luigi being inhaled into the body of their longtime nemesis Bowser. The Mario brothers learn to assist Bowser, who is unaware of their presence, as he combats Fawful, who has taken control of the Mushroom Kingdom. The gameplay focuses on the co-op of the trio, who use their special abilities to solve puzzles and fight enemies and thus progress through the game. Similar to its predecessors in the series, its role-playing style emphasizes a turn-based battle system focused on timing accuracy and is super comedic in nature. The game's not always just about fighting enemies either. It also forces you to break out your problem-solving skills and solve many puzzles. So because you're actually inside Bowser's body, a lot of the puzzles are really cool and involve you enhancing certain parts of his body. Like say for instance right here, Bowser needs to pull this rope which is attached to something really heavy. So Mario and Luigi are on the inside of his body, giving him adrenaline in order to make him stronger. Throughout the readings in the course, we've heard a lot about how games can help improve problem-solving skills for gamers. I think this game is no exception. Steinkuhler and Squires stated that, as a medium, all games turn screen time into problem solving due to their fundamentally interactive nature. In a game, nothing at all happens until the player makes a move or a choice. Thus, even games whose content is not overly educational can and frequently do require intellectual practices that are thoroughly educational. In Van Eck's article in 2015, about problem solving, he states that problem solving is at the highest taxonomic outcome level, making it one of the most difficult to teach. Less than 2% of US classroom instructional time is spent on problem solving, which may explain why more than 70% of the world does better in this area. I think this fact alone just proves that video games can be useful in the classroom. I mean, it's clearly an area that is untouched within the curriculum in general, and if video games are a great provider of problem-solving skills, why not use them? In a study by Adachi and Willoughby in 2013 on problem solving within video games and how they affected students within the classroom, the results showed that more strategic video game play predicted higher self-reported problem-solving skills over time than less strategic video game play. In addition, the results showed support for an indirect association between strategic video game play and academic grades, in that strategic video game play predicted higher self-reporting problem-solving skills, and in turn, higher self-reported problem-solving skills predicted higher academic grades. So this is definitely something that should catch the eye of many researchers. Similarly, this should also catch the attention of educators and the public in general. I mean, it's improving grades, and that alone should be enough to gain the attention that video games need in order to be implemented properly within classrooms.